Alright, hello. So today I'm going to show you my single player world. And I think I originally made this world back in like 2015 or 16, so I was around 9, 8 years old. And it's called World 8. Um, I just named it that way because I thought it was pretty good. There's actually no worlds 1 through 7. I don't think I've ever made 7 single player worlds, so let's just jump right in. So yeah, this is my spawn area, and I'm pretty sure this used to be where I originally spawned because I saw marked off endstone. And yeah, so I originally spawned on birch forest, but I sort of cut down everything because I started getting hatred for birch trees. And if you look behind here, I actually got real lucky with the seed, and I spawned right next to a Mooshroom Island, so we'll be visiting that soon too. And so for this tour, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go by section and try to do chronological order for each section, but there'll be times where I just skip past stuff, like right now, because this is all built like way afterwards, and some like those like the first things I built in my world, which require going down in a cave. And so yeah, so I keep ignoring. And so this area right here, I finally think of it as like the main hub of where everything started. And well, the main reason is because there was a skeleton spawner right here, so I basically built a skeleton farm. And it used to be down there, but I'm pretty sure I moved it lower now. And yeah, that was like my main source of EXP back in the day. And then the second thing I built was this storage room. And yeah, this used to close and open as I went through the doors, but it sort of got annoying, so I sort of disabled the feature. But you can still see that this one still works, so if I press this button, it'll work. It also like go through here. It'll also close again. But yeah, this is my storage room, and I guess we can do a wealth check. So yeah, here's everything that I've mined in the world so far. I guess for diamonds, I've never really mined that much because I've taken a lot of breaks over the past 8, 9 years in this world, and well, one of the breaks was right after villagers got introduced again, or like revamped, and so like that sort of made me not have a need to actually mine anything else anymore. So that's why a lot of the diamond ore in here is just the new deep slate ones because that was more from exploring than actual mining. And yeah, I think it's a one of these chests. Yeah, right here. Here's the birch forest that used to be above ground. Yeah, I guess we'll go over here now. This is the first enchanting room I did. I barely use it anymore. And then right when enchant books came out, I made this area just to get every book and categorize them. This also barely gets used anymore. It just happens, I guess. But yeah, if we keep going over here, there's a drop chute into the underground section or underwater section. Then we go through here. This is my vault slash armory area with armor switchers like this. And this is basically where I just keep all of my extra armor and stuff. The tools over here too. And so we go back up here. We now could go to the furnace area. This is the third, and maybe the second area I built. And yeah, this basically is basics. Just put stuff in here. Furnaces will smelt it, and then I'll get the items over here. And then over here is the biggest section I built back in the day. And it used to be a cow farm because we didn't have golden carrots yet. And yeah, I sort of transported mushrooms in here from the Mooshroom Island, dropped them down, and then after golden carrots came out, I sort of just whittled them down a little bit, and then I brought in foxes which I've yet to know what to do with them. And then if we go down here, vine farm, you can see the vault in the back over there. Cocoa farm over there. And then here's the bee sanctuary when the bee update came out. And yeah, so these guys just run passively while I'm around the base, and collecting decent amount of drops from them. I don't really know the rate, but it's good enough for now. And then here's an out of order snow farm, because I'm pretty sure one of the updates made it so that iron or snow golems need certain requirements to actually create snow. So like underground up here did not meet those requirements anymore. And over here is 1x1 just tile farm, plant farm. You can grow wheat, carrots, potatoes, anything on here. And then I made this one tick bamboo farm that I made back when it still worked. And we go on to here. Here's a kelp farm from when they were introduced. And then here is the sheep farm. And so, back when I built this, sheep couldn't be sheared with dispensers with shears in them, so there was like around 15 sheep in each pen. And yeah, I periodically sheared them whenever I got the chance, but now because it got automated, I just got rid of most of the sheep and just have this simple setup. All the wool gets put over here. And then there's a second floor for the rest of the colors. And then above here is a glass ceiling to the lake that's above. Whoops. And yeah, we're back over here by the previous cow farm I made. And so, yeah, back in the furnace farm, you drop down over here. You get the second main area that I built, where all those the first 6 beacons I got, and I sort of center around here. Here's the nether portal, and then back here is the cactus, sugarcane, melon, and pumpkin farm. And over here are villagers. Yeah, this is basically after they revamped them, and so this is my second villager trading hall area I made. And yeah, this basically has everything that you would want, not to a large scale, but to a decent scale. We have librarians like along this section, armorsmith, toolsmith, and then masons over here. And then this is a propagule farm, sweetberry farm, glowberry farm, lichen farm, mud farm? Yeah, mud farm. And yeah, this goes back to the main beacon area. And so for the longest time, this used to be my main way out. And it used to just be a wall right here, because I'm pretty sure when I made this, slime block launchers were a thing, so you could just jump up using slime blocks, and it was not as vertical as this right now. But yeah, if we go past the villager area, we have a string farm, which I can show you by jumping down here. And oh, didn't know it makes that now. But yeah, just a simple string farm. A lot of vertical areas for them to spawn at. It's all controlled by this piston slime tape that goes down here. And yeah, here's a cat farm. It's not really a cat farm, I just put the cats that I have here. And I have every variant right now except for the black cat you get from witches, or the witch huts. And this area over here used to be the first iron golem farm, which is right here. Yeah, that got broken in an update way long ago. Yeah, I sort of have these things periodically strewn around the world, and that's just a faster way for me to get up and down. But yeah, I guess over here is the second iron golem farm that I made after the first one broke over there. And so, well, a lot of these are the main areas over here are good now. I guess there's this area right here. So this is the first bulk storage system I made. This was back bore shulker boxes were a thing, so each section was dedicated to only one block. But now because there's sort of shulker boxes, I could easily dedicate one vertical column to a block. And yeah, so this size was for general bulk items, but this size for mob drops that I get from the mob system I have up there, which is above ground. So we have brown flash, arrows, gunpowder, and bones. And then this area is recently made. I'm not gonna show it yet because it's gonna tie right back around whenever I go to the witch farm. So if we go down here now, this is where the skeletons fall down if you're using a skeleton farm. And then right here is a potion brewer. And so I basically have the main useful ones. I don't have all of them because I really don't think I'll need them in like mass bulk. And yeah, mainly use the weakness potions, which I'll need to get more sooner. Strength, fire resistance, speed, and like rest of that. And then over here is a sea pickle farm. And it makes around 125,000 sea pickles an hour, designed by Il Mango. Pretty fun to use. But yeah, you wouldn't really need sea pickles. Or I hope you won't need that much, but yeah, I have that just in case I need it. And then here's a small Nether farm. There's a larger version over the Mooshroom Islands. Whoops. And then we go down one more tier. Here's the slime farm. And so it's been running for basically the entirety of my world. So I have a decent reserve of slime blocks now. And over here is the mining room. There's really no use to this room. And so that's basically everything in the main area of the base done. I think we can go above ground now. And then there's also this area over here. This goes to the Mooshroom Islands. It was a fast way to travel back then before the elytras, so I used that mainly. But yeah, if we go up through the main exit, yeah, we go in a house. And well, this house used to be something else, but I redesigned it just so it looks nicer. And what this design is made by B-Dubs, B-Double100, and I just I've just did a little more randomness to it to make it more unique. And yeah, here's the iron golem farm that goes to the drop chute over there, or the one that I showed you down there. That's the second one. The first one's behind that. Yeah, and then this thing right here is the mob farm. It's basically one of the first things I built in the world. It's been here for a long while. Yeah, and then this huge cube is the sugarcane, melon, cactus, and pumpkin farm. And then this is the string farm with a Ravager over here because I actually triggered a raid once. But yeah, I had to move the snow farm up here because of new requirements. And then here's the horse stall area. And yeah, I barely use horses, but I have a lot of skeleton horses, which is really nice. And I think it's this guy right here. Yeah, he has a 26 hearts. I'm pretty sure he got glitched through one of the version updates. but like it's pretty funny. It's just I can't wear armor. And yeah, this area right here is basically the first villagers I had that I used for trading. You can see like in every door or every hut, there's basically 2 villagers, and I used them mainly to get whatever I needed before I need to like upscale. Yeah, a lot of iron golems have spawned here or inside, which I don't know why. They used to spawn outside frequently, and I noticed they collected over here, so I create a temporary iron golem farm. And it's made a decent amount, I guess. Then over here is my first tree farm. So yeah, this for the 1x1s. Neatly fit in a 5x4 grid, and then here's a 2x6 or 2x3 for 2x2 trees. And I'll show this area later. Oh yeah, and then here's a pit. So before I got these villagers in the huts, there used to be 2 over here. And well, they usually just attracted a lot of zombies, so I just made a temporary grinder for them. And yeah, I used to just run all night. Probably just, yeah, there's nothing in here now. Yeah, nothing. Well, yeah, it was just a way to cut down the zombies. And then I made, here's a fountain. It has no real practical use. I just, when I actually triggered a raid here, I just got 2 Ravengers, and well, I feel it was nice to just put one up here. And so I'm pretty sure he's Chad. Oh, yep, Chad right there. Yeah, and our one over here is probably Brad then. Oh, hey, Brad. Oh, yep, head bump. Brad. And I think that's everything in this main area. Oh wait, there's this house. So I've never used this house, but I used to build this exact house on every multiplayer server I used to join. And so I thought it was a nice homage to build it again at my starter area. And yeah, it's a pretty cozy place. I honestly wouldn't use it now, but it fit back in like 2014 Minecraft. And yeah, I might as well go back to the main road, because we're going to Mooshroom Island now, which is my main industrial area. And so this is the main path I built. Don't really use it anymore, but there's some stuff here that's notable. So if you, for this lake, you can actually see the sheep farm down there. And then if you go down here, this is where I've stored the dragon egg. Yeah, I could put it somewhere safer, but I don't think I'll need it for a while, and like I won't forget that it's there, so I'm gonna keep it there for now. Yeah, and then here's a tunnel that leads to the Mooshroom Island. And so basically I built this wall that stretches from both the borders, and that's just to keep any of the mobs out here from going in here. And so I'm pretty sure this is the button. Yeah. So this is the button to get in officially. And the first thing will be, I guess we'll just go down here first. Here's a small depot that you just jump down in, and then this reaches or goes back into the main base, and then here's another portal. And we'll go back up, you just right click the minecarts. And yeah, so there's the first building I built over here. It used to speed up another bulk storage, so like I had chests, double chests lined up from here, there, and then the back, and that's for cobble, dirt, and stone. Yeah, that was mainly because there was no shulker boxes yet. They were not introduced, and there was, I think, even after they were introduced, there was no good way to farm them, so I just kept all my stone and dirt here. But because there's a shulker, we make shulker farms now, so I just created this into a sea turtle sanctuary. area of sorts. And then this thing right here is the tree farm. Well, I'm pretty sure it was designed by El Mango again. And well, yeah, you just get a sapling, right click here, and then you'll continually produce or manually farm the trees as the double piston extenders push them outwards into the blast area. And yeah, here's the workstation. I'm pretty sure that's all my stuff still from when I'm building it. Yeah, I'm still continuing expanding this area because each update introduces more farms, and so I also need to like go to the backs over there, and then there's also a hill over there I still need to extend into. And this area right here is the concrete converter, which is also designed by El Mango. And yeah, it's just a faster way to convert concrete without having to do it manually. And then we go over here. Here's the coarse fruit farm. And so all the drops go into here. And if you go up here, you can see that this is not friendly. Yeah, you can see that basically when this thing triggers, it'll dispense snowballs, which will pop out the coarse fruit blocks up there, and then water will flush out, and then everything will be put back over here. And then over here is the Nether wart farm. This also barely gets used. Yeah, I just don't really use potions in general. But yeah, I just have one that produces a decent sized amount in case I ever need them. And then over here is a mushroom block farm. So basically you could just pop down a mushroom, turn it on, and then the mushroom will be made, and then there's a double piston extender right here that'll push the stems outward so you can collect every block. And yeah, sort of expand outward this way first. And so that was we see that was not everything. I forgot about this guy right here. This is newly made. It's the dripstone farm. And it broke in. But basically it just goes back and forth every night-night cycle to just collect some dripstone. And yeah, that's a decent amount. But yeah, after I extend all the way to the ocean over here, I really forgot about this area, huh? There's actually this thing right here too, moss farm also made by El Mango. And yeah, it just makes bone meal. Standard moss farm. Okay, that was everything over here. So after I sort of reached everything over there, I extended it this way, and so this is Iron Golem farm. It makes around 9,000, 8 to 9,000 iron ingots an hour. And yeah, it's also let it run passively. I've never really needed to AFK here before. But yeah, all the iron ingots gets used up over here, which is my new villager trading hall. So basically I have 6 and 6, so 12 iron smiths and toolsmiths. No, toolsmiths and weaponsmiths, and yeah, I sell the iron to them. And over here I have a villager of every book trade, and then plus all of them also have the glass trade too, so I think in a single day I can get around like 18 to 24 stacks of glass from them. Yeah, in the back right here is the masons for the quartz, and then you also have the clerics for the redstone, glowstone, and lapis. And maybe sometimes bottle enchanting. But yeah, I sort of transported them on this rail system that I made. That extends back over here. And yeah, here's the villager breeder. It's currently turned off right now. But if I still need villagers, the new villagers will end up over here, which I can take out. take with a minecart. I have the buttons over here. And then I can convert them with a zombie over here. And then I could either send them along here or send them to a heaven, which is up there. And yeah, up there's how I got the villagers into the cells for the Iron Golem farm. And then this over here is the what do they call these again? The furnace arrays, mega smelters, one of those things. But basically, this guy could smell a stack of items every 11 seconds, and it takes 40 seconds for it to boot up first. So basically, it's 40 seconds, and every 11 seconds it'll smell another stack of items, and all the stuff goes back up here, and you just drop everything over here for it to be smelted. And yeah, I think that's everything in this in the industrial area, so I think it's time to go to Nether. Let's see. Let me just drop down here, and let's go in here. And yeah, so this is the main portal that I use to get to my base. And then here's the hub. I've sort of made a theme of it being snowy on top and then it being hot in the bottom. And yeah, so basically this extends out in every cardinal direction. So there's north, east, southwest, and you used to go in the diagonals, but I'm a horrible engineer, so it never actually worked down the diagonals, and I like closed them off. But yeah, I guess we'll go north first because it has the most stuff. Okay, I'll need to figure out where's where because I've not been to any of them in a while. Where is this? This maybe to the frogs. Oh no, okay, I know what this is. Yeah, here's the... Oh, do not touch that. Here's the Mega Raid farm made by ENXO4. And yeah, this basically one recreation of his farm, and so basically raids get continually generated and they just drop down over here, or the items get dropped down over here. Yeah, I've only saved whatever I have for these. So emeralds, gunpowder, redstone, and then the tone of them dying over here. Everything else just gets deleted. And yeah, there was stuff over there which I just think that'll be the last thing I show, or third to the last, second to last. I gotta show this though. This is my witch farm. So basically, this used to be a swamp before, but I sort of zeroed it out. And yeah, here used to be a swamp hut, a witch hut. And yeah, if I wanted this thing to be functioning, I just go up there and just AFK. And yeah, witches will just be spawning in here and just get dropped down, crushed by the minecarts, and then items are dropped in here. And this glowstone block is actually my new spawn, so yeah, at the beginning I showed that the endstone was my previous spawn. I had to move over here because it was getting extremely laggy in my main base area slash the industrial area. And well, because I sort of raised everything, no mobs actually spawn anywhere, and so like this is actually a pretty good spawn in terms of lag. And yeah, here's a dolphin railway. It uses what? Dolphin's Grace, Soul Speed, and Death Strider to just go. So this makes it so you can go really fast through the tunnels. And yeah, this just goes back to the main storage area. I guess there's also this area hidden back here too. And I think I disabled this guy. Oops. Yeah, the mob farm is up here, everything gets dropped down over here, and then once there's enough stuff in the cart, it'll just be sent along the way. And then here also, the witch drops that sometimes spawn here. Why is it like this? I'm not gonna question it. I'll fix a layer. But yeah, I'll be going back to Nether again. Yeah, this I have to say, if you because I made all this, everything's not confusing, but it is pretty confusing if it's your first time seeing it. Okay, that is in order. Desert of Sand. I don't think I have an order even. Oh, like I do have indicators of what's what, but there's no indicators over here, so well, like yeah, you can see a sand. That means that's where I get my sand from. I guess. Oh, I guess I'll go back there for a second. So yeah, this is almost this is basically recent. This is my Omen farm. And so basically for the raid farm I just showed you, it requires me to get the Omen effect first, and well, there's no good way to get it, so I found a villager outpost and well made a farm out of it. But yeah, you see the banners right there, and we'll have a cow just in case I don't actually want the banners. And then we go down here. Here's an ice tray farm that I made. So basically, once everything's been casted to ice, I just take off my boots because it requires you to have no depth strider and use AFK and hold click while the water springs you along. And what I think every use creates around I'd say like almost a double chest full of ice. So yeah, that's just a renewable way for me to get ice in case I take out the icebergs. Oh, I really forgot about everything that I've made in this world, huh? Up here, this is a snow powder farm, a renewable way to get it. So yeah, as I'm AFKing over here, for the ice or for the pillagers, these if it rains, I'll just stack up the snow. Like I have free snow powder that I could use. But yeah, let's go back to the main rail. And yeah, basically in every cardinal direction I have these ice boatways. They're really nice to have. Oh, these are frog. This is the mangrove, which is where I got the frogs. There's nothing there. But yeah, extremely fast. Oh, this is gas farm. And so basically when I was building this railway, I was also doing the diagonals, and well, boats do not react well if you're going diagonally like this way with the ice. Because hitboxes always stay as a square no matter what where the boat is facing. So like right here, it's still square like this. And so yeah, if you were misaligned, you just hit the edges of the blocks as you're going diagonally. And well, I'm pretty sure this is the way to AFK for it, but I'm just gonna go to the actual end result of the farm, which is they basically get moved over here, suffocate, and then we have gas tears and gunpowder. Oh, the villager or illagers over here. Actually, I guess I should show it just so you guys know how it looks like. So, I was checking for gas, but I heard one. But basically, there's an extra. I can show it actually. Yeah, right there. here's a AFK platform, and well, you actually saw right there, gas will spawn, and then yeah, they get transported and killed in the overworld. But yeah, I'm so go back. I sort of want to close the trapdoor too. Yeah, that works. And we keep going along this cardinal direction. And yeah, so ultimately we're trying to go to the Wither Skeleton farm, which is over here. And well, this used to get diagonally, and so because I couldn't use the ice ways, I had to either walk there or use my elytra, and like it took so long. Eventually I just got fed up and actually redid these pathways. And yeah, you actually see right here that I've mined everything out of the main Nether fortress for the Wither Skeleton farm. And like I didn't have to, but it was a lot of work, but I feel like this just looks a little bit nicer for the farm itself. And then here's the old pathway, where you can see go straight, and then you'll hit the diagonal section, which we'll have to get off our boat and then just fly the rest of the way. So basically, I built this when Wither Roses weren't a thing yet. So there was no buttons here, and that's where all the Nether mobs just spawned. And so sometimes it was just Wither skeletons, and so I was hunting for them while running in circles around the entire Nether fortress. But eventually, they made it so that Wither Roses can only spawn Wither skeletons if, yeah, they're placed on dirt. So after that happened, I sort of had to like button everything up, and then I converted this area into the Wither Rose farm. Yeah, there's two sections right there, and then one section over here. But you can see, yeah, Wither skeletons get attracted to the piglins, and then they'll fall down the chutes. And yeah, the way it works is that, or the way they spawn, there's like just slabbed the entire Nether. 128 blocks from each direction of this farm. And yeah, it works pretty well. There's probably some pockets up there that I'm not gone, but at this rate, I don't really use this farm enough to justify doing it. Oh, you're right, and then they got the dogs, kill them. And this truck area for this farm itself. Here's white AFK. And then, yeah, we have bones, skulls, and then coal. I think this farm makes around 120 skulls an hour. I've never really tested it, but it's usually made enough where it doesn't count. And then because there's 3 sections, there's an extra quarter right here, which I have no idea what to put it with. And so that's this useless lever that says it just turns the farm on for each click. But yeah, the farm works great now. I don't think there's anything else over here. But yeah, that farm took like forever. Yeah, I think I built it back when I was in college, so I had decent amount of free time. And then we'll go to the ends of this, which I think is gonna be the Froglight farm. Yeah. Oh, magma cube. So I guess we'll go up here. We'll go up first this time. I have 2 portals. Yeah, I just have these markings on top of Nether just to show me where I am when I'm actually on top of the bomb right down, right below. And so yeah, this follows the same rules as the gas farm, except this time try force spawn magma cubes, and you have another AFK platform up there, and all the magma cubes get transported into the overworld where the frogs can eat them. Yeah. And that's the main farm. I'm pretty sure there's also made by El Mango. Make some really useful farms, and yeah, there's a way to power on and off with the mine carts over there. And yeah, this basically just creates every variant of the frog lamps, frog lights, and then extra magma cream if our needs some. Yeah, pretty useful light source. I was starting to use it for everything now. Oh, you actually see over there, that was one of the areas I used to get the different types of frogs to for their color palettes and stuff, and so that was for the cold area. The hot area, I literally just I bucketed them up there and then just force fed them slime balls for like a minute straight. Yeah, and then the farm is over a force, so like that gets the temperate or moderate temperatures. And so that's how I got all three of them in there. But yeah, these railways honestly pretty fun. I'll just take out this boat for now. Okay, well these going this way. What, this is gonna be clockwise. And then over here, there's absolutely nothing. Yeah, all three of these areas are just farms that are just for farming. Like I need to I got coral and the coral blocks from here, the terracotta from here, and then the gravel from here. I guess I'll still go down it because this is actually one of the more annoying tunnels to create because of all the aesthetics around here. So yeah, oh, here's the gravel. But yeah, this tunnel probably took the longest. Yeah, the coral blocks. Oh no. And then here's terracotta. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing here of you. I've noticed. Yeah, especially with like the every other for the glowstone. The walls also have a pattern to it. Let's see. I guess we'll be going over here now. So this, do I have extra stuff? Blaze Farm. Okay, yeah, the Blaze Farm is worth looking at. So when the Nether update came out, I sort of redid this area to be a bartering farm, a small scale one. But basically all the items just get sent over here. And yeah, I think the books are over here. Yeah. Yeah, just small scale. I don't really need that much, so didn't really build that much. Here's the way out of the Nether. You can actually see that again. I used to use them through diagonals too, and well, it was the worst idea. But yeah, we'll be going to a Blaze Farm now, which is also a recent redesign that I did. So yeah, the right over there immediately was to the end. And so over here is gonna be to the Blaze Farm. And so I'm pretty sure when I was looking around, this is the closest double blaze spawner I found, and so I just converted it into a blaze farm. It was honestly pretty bad at first, so I had to redesign it to this thing right here. And so basically now the blazes spawn, drop down over here, and if I flip the on button, yep, if I flip the on button, I can show it right now. There's a minecart that grabs the blazes. Okay, there's one right there. See that he got grabbed, and now he's gonna go up on the spiral. And he's gonna get ejected over here. Yeah, it's way more convenient now than the previous design. And actually, it actually is pretty fun to watch too. So yeah, once I turn off, my car just end up back there. And so yeah, you can basically infinitely stack these because of the ladder, so you don't have any mob collision. And yeah, it's a way quick way to get blaze rods now. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna skip the end for now because that'll probably be one of the last things I show up. Here is one last dimensions. So yeah, it'll be coming up to the left right here before the end of the railway. And yeah, let's be going over here now. And so this is basically where I get all my prismarine. There's 2 exits right now. Yeah, they're basically right next to each other, but here's the prismarine farm. And yeah, this also used to be at diagonal, which made it really awkward. The redesign to make everything straight was it's such a nice quality of life improvement. And yeah, here's the prismarine farm. So basically, I have item sorters for everything over here. So the crystals go over here, while the shards go over here. The fish also goes over here, but it mainly gets destroyed. So if I go up the stairway, here's the prismarine farm. And yeah, it's mainly all just decoration. It's out over here. And yeah, the main central hub is where the guardians spawn. They drop down and get killed by lava. And then over here is the shulker farm. So basically there's a shulker in the middle of there. And designed by El Mango again. And basically he duplicates and it goes, the duplicates or his originals go into here where they basically dropped off and they freeze to death. And so here's some extra shulker shells I can use to make shulker boxes. And this thing right here is a chunk loader, just in case I want to run this while I'm not actually in the vicinity of the area. And then we go back in the Nether, and this is probably the last stop until the end. Oh no, there's stuff above the Nether too. Okay, well, let's go there afterwards. So I made this one, ancient saves were made. So basically I found the nearest one, and yeah, I conquered it first, and yeah, I built this skull cows farm out of the wardens. They spawn, go up, die 2 minecarts up there. Farm also designed by Old Mango again. And yeah, so this is actually recent. I cleared it out. Huh. Really? He survived. What feather? Ooh, copper. But yeah, I recently cleared this entire place out. And like I sort of marked where all the streakers were, in case I ever want to make more farms that required the warden. Well, yeah, it's actually really nice real estate now in case I want to make other farms here too, because it's actually a really big open space. And yeah, here's the second warden summoner farm I made. Well, that was weird. Again, second one that I made. Yeah, basically same design as the first one, and well, they get shot up, moved over here. You see it right there. They get dropped down because this is actually a really long waterway to get to the main spawn chunks of my world, and this is for a mob switch, which I just finished recently. But yeah, as we see everything in this area, it's still fairly new, so there might be more farms that get made in here. But yeah, I think we've done everything on on the normal level of the Nether. Now we can go to the top level. So yeah, basically if I want to go up, I have minecart elevator over here too. Oh wait, there was also something back down here too. Yeah, right here. So this is where I farm the withers. So I placed the soul sand over here, and then I put the skulls in here, and then yeah, if you dispense them, just kill the wither real quick after he's been summoned. And yeah, it's safe for the most part. He does still destroy some blocks, but it's not that big of a deal. Here's some llamas. And then here's a basalt farm. Basically, what? Haste 2 plus efficiency 5 pickaxe means I get instant mine basalt, so if you just turn it on, you can just infinitely mine it. And yeah, the basalt gets collected down here. Also don't really use basalt damage, so like it barely gets used. And then yeah, you could see all the different indicators of where to go for each of the farms. I'm pretty sure this for the shulker farm, and then there's long lines for the ghast and froglight farm. And then this gold one's for the gold farm. And well, as in my world, I actually have multiple gold farms. So there's this first one I made back here, and this is like the first version. And this was back when pigmen couldn't actually hit iron golems, so this used iron golems to kill them. And then my cards collected their drops, and they get dropped off over here. But once the iron golems could kill them, I made this one over here, inspired by Etho, where you aggro on them and they just drop down, they die, and then all drops get funneled over here while all the EXP gets pushed up to the player. Yeah, this farm sort of died after the Nether update because of the piglin and the zombified pigmen just don't, or the piglin just spawned here now. So we go over here. Again, also made by Omango, the most recent gold farm, where you again throw a snowball and they get aggroed, and then yeah, the aggro always be continually held with these, and all the drops get funneled down there while the XP gets funneled through the slabs. I always forget, where do I go back? It's this way. Yeah. But yeah, those are the 3 gold farms I have in the world. And then I'm just gonna go back here real quick. And I guess I never explained this, but the reason why I sort of disabled the doors is because I made this extra intersection to actually get to my storage room quicker. And well, here's some flower farms to get these 4 dyes, and another way that you go up to the surface really easily. And so like once I made that, it sort of didn't really make sense to actually like have the doors open and close from just that. So I have this that opens and closes it. But again, it got really annoying after a while, so I disabled both functions. But yeah, we'll be going to the end now, which is honestly really close to where I spawned. I just have no way to get in the overworld, so like we'll need to take the the boat way over here to get there. And like I'm just not gonna use a boat because I won't need it. Again, it's really close by. But yeah, this way used to be a pathway from my main base over here. It was a really long railway. I've long since just disabled that because it's not really needed anymore. This used to be a way to get up from the surface, just right above here. And then here's the end portal. I destroyed the outer line just in case I ever want to make some dupers with it. And then, yeah, you can see Wilbur's up here, which is over there. But yeah, the main thing I built in the end was this Enderman farm. And it's pretty basic, basically what you always do when you make a new world and want to get EXP quickly. But yeah, you use the Endermite on top and they just fall down the bottom. So I'll wait for you to get back, get in. Yeah, there is. Yeah. So yeah, Jang table, anvil, basically all the necessities just for Enderman farm. And yeah. Oh. Huh. I didn't realize that what was it? I changed that. So it used to be where I could run or you run. Yeah, where I could just run back and forth. But I guess I changed it some time ago to use boats. Which is not bad thing. I just forgot about it. But yeah, it's my main end. Well, for one, I sort of lit it up entirely, so there's no more endermen spawning on the entire island. And the second thing is this project was for this project right here, where I made another enderman farm using the endermite, and this for Wither Rose farm because the Wilbur is right there, and he creates Wither Roses, which gets dropped down and then sent back up here. Yeah, you can see the Wither Roses get sent up into the shulker box. I have a bunch just to neatly pack them. Extra supplies from when I was building this. And yeah, it was not really a neat project because the Endermen, when they're down there, they can still teleport to the vicinity over here. So I just dug out the entire section. So a chunk of my end is missing. But this farm works, and I didn't have to use these on the outer edges as a Wither farm or Wither Rose farms. So that's nice. And then this is a railway too, and it was back when the shulker farms came out, so I basically went to an outer end island, to an end city, got a shulker, moved it back all the way over here. And this is where I used to farm the withers before I got the nether one set up working properly. And yeah, you can see my new spawn point over here. Admittedly, this is pretty bad design because if I ever do die accidentally without and lose all my or don't have my stuff on me, I can't really use this because I need all the boosts as you go that fast, but that's for later. But yeah, I guess this could be the last three things in my world. So I guess the first thing I can show is this area that I sort of ignored for the most part. And yeah, I'm just basically building some nice scenery in my world because everything else has been a lot of technical, more of the technical aspects of Minecraft. Well, the scenery can also look pretty good, so I'm just trying it. It's a work in progress. Right now, ice, wheat fields. I want to build a desert over there. Do some of the pigs over here. Expand all this to like swamp area back there. And yeah, it's a nice thing to do that doesn't involve redstone. And then we'll go to the top side of where the end portal's at, which I sort of just hid away. And yeah, it's on top of the jungle. And so this is another project where I sort of want to just like build it purely for foreign cell function, and so this could be a mini town. Yeah, mini town area. So we're building a lighthouse right here. Well, I guess it's not really okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a mini town, but I sort of have plans to build an actual mansion or castle up there. So the scale of it is like pretty big because I sort of do want all of this just be town area, and then probably the area back here is probably gonna be a park, and then after parks could be where the mansion rests at. So I've been building this for the past 4 years. This probably take a lot more time because I don't like building. But I'll get through it, hopefully. And yeah, this is just the underside of everything. I'm not filling it in because I might use it someday. And yeah, we're gonna go back to the last part. So back at the ancient city, I did say that I made a waterway to go to the main spawn chunks. And well, the warren mobs, which is like the last thing I've done in this world. And so like it is completely done, and there's around 78, 77 wardens in there, and they're really loud. Where is it? I'll turn off volume for now. Yeah, so basically it was basically a straight line all the way from the agency back to here. I pushed them up through bubble columns, and then I had these to basically switch which cell they're going into. I got darkness, but basically right now they're in my spawn chunks, so any hostile mobs that want to spawn outside cannot spawn outside because they'll just be registered, and then if I click this button, they'll float up and then drop back down over here, which is not spawn chunks anymore, and so that will enable mob spawning again. Takes them a while. But yeah, that's basically everything in my world so far. Yeah, a lot of it is really technical. I have a decent amount of stuff here, and I'm pretty sure I'll be spending more time in this world. I have no plans on creating a new one. And yeah, that's basically my world. Goodbye.